All right, guys, it's your boy Puffinstein, aka Spank Dog at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Let's get right into it. All right, so recently I've been seeing a video on YouTube where a user named Kin Panama, I believe it's on TikTok, but I came across it on YouTube, and they said he found a meteorite, and there was eventually, I think he put sunlight on it, and something black like ooze started coming out of it. Eventually it looked like it was taking form of a living creature. They showed a picture of a dent in the ground and it was on fire. Now if that was their picture, then right there alone, that was suspect for me. I didn't know if that was a picture they took or something they used from another source. So I start watching because it's not to the point where anybody's examined what he's presenting. Everybody's just listening, everybody's just taking it in. Eventually, I would say the whole globe is watching this video. He starts to put out more videos and he's capturing the attention of the globe. How much of each country is tuning in, I don't know. He was getting millions and millions of views. You get it. So like, I'm watching now. Everybody's intrigued when you hear about if there's life on another planet besides Earth. As everybody's taking it in, one video passes, two video passes, and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's get to the video. All right, guys. Yeah, so this was the first video I watched. This is the first time I heard about the meteorite.
In recent weeks, one of the most unexpected viral sensations on TikTok has emerged from Panama, where a content creator known as Kin has captured the attention of hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. His story began in what seemed like an ordinary way. He stumbled upon a strange metallic object that had reportedly fallen from the sky. Kin believed it was a meteorite.
That's what I was saying, that I didn't know if that was their picture. I would have found that suspect right there alone.
And at first, his videos simply documented his excitement over finding something extraordinary. However, things took a chilling turn when the object began to exhibit behavior that no ordinary meteorite ever should. According to Kin's ongoing documentation, a black goo-like substance began to seep from the stone after only a few days of it being in his possession. At first, the substance appeared as small streaks glistening against the metallic surface, but as time went on, it grew in volume and started displaying movement that seemed independent of outside influence. Viewers watching his TikTok clips have seen the goo stretch, pulse, and even crawl in ways that suggest it is alive, or at least operating by some strange set of rules unknown to science. This mysterious element is what transformed Kin's find from a rare geological curiosity into one of the most captivating and unnerving mysteries ever shared online. The black substance did not just ooze out passively. Kin showed it forming shapes, climbing over objects, and spreading in ways that suggested deliberate movement. He described moments where it reacted to light and even sound, as if it could sense its environment. Some clips appear to show the substance splitting and reforming, raising questions about whether it is some type of self-replicating matter. The sheer strangeness of these behaviors has made his videos go viral, with millions of views and a global audience speculating about what exactly he has uncovered. As the substance continued to grow, Kin decided it was too dangerous to leave out in the open. In one video, he revealed that he had placed it inside a reinforced safe to prevent it from spreading uncontrollably. The safe is now the heart of his updates, with Kin posting clips of him opening it briefly to show viewers how the goo is changing over time. Each new update appears to reveal more complexity. The substance grows more branched, web-like structures, as if it is attempting to escape its container or reach for something outside of it. Viewers have compared its appearance to alien organisms from science fiction, noting how eerily similar it looks to imagined life forms designed to unsettle and awe. What has made Kin's story even more compelling is the attention it has allegedly attracted from outsiders. Kin has claimed that people have already approached him, urging him to hand over the meteorite and its substance. Some have reportedly contacted him directly, asking to buy or take the object, while others have simply warned him that what he is keeping is not safe. In his videos, He expressed concern that the discovery might be something governments or secretive organizations would want to confiscate. For now, he insists he is protecting it in secrecy, continuing to share the phenomenon with the public as a way to prevent it from disappearing without explanation. The fascination surrounding Kin's content lies in both the mystery and the visual evidence he presents.
You know what it is, too? The way he was handling it at the beginning, because I don't know if it passed yet, but at one point, he picks it up and he just drops it in. Now, in my head, like, I'm not even a germaphobe. Like, big shout to Howie Mandel. Like, he's a germaphobe, like a real germaphobe. But I have that in me a little bit, too. So, I'm not really fond of, like, being around any sort of mold, insects, germs. I mean, like, I'm really on it like that. Rodents, it's disgusting to me. It's, you know what I'm saying? So, when I seen him grab an alien, what's supposed to be an alien, he literally grabs it and chucks it in the bottle. I'm like, something ain't right there. Now, another thing that I noticed now that they've been getting on him to, saying like, people don't know if he's telling the truth or not. I noticed that it's minimal movement. If you really have been watching from what I've played so far, the thing pulses and moves slightly. So, really it don't move. You get what I mean? But that's something I noticed after. One of the first things I noticed was that the grass was on fire and it looked like perfect. You get what I'm saying? The second thing I noticed was when he picked it up and chucked it in the bottle. And I was like, how would he touch an alien without any regard for like what could happen? What I'm saying is it's foreign to a next level. I wouldn't have grabbed it like that.
Unlike mere stories passed around without proof, his uploads provide raw footage of the object and its strange black matter. Even skeptics admit that the footage is captivating, and whether or not the goo is extraterrestrial, it has sparked debates across communities online.
See, he said even skeptics were captivated. That's why, like I said, I wouldn't buy into anything 100%. If they start telling you, yo, there's aliens, they don't buy into it at all, I would say definitely be ultra skeptical. Some people would say don't believe that at all, because while people out there say that there's got to be life somewhere, they say the universe is infinite. If I think there's life out there somewhere in the distance, like far away, I couldn't say there's not. But I'm just telling people that I've heard people quote other scientists as saying a second Big Bang is highly unlikely. That's what they say. I'm not well versed enough to tell you if there's life somewhere out there.
Some argue it is a new type of biological organism carried on the meteorite. Others suggest it could be a form of intelligent material, perhaps a sample of technology not from this world. Still, others believe it represents an unknown natural phenomenon that humanity has yet to classify. What makes the story even more unsettling is how quickly it has escalated.
One thing I knew is not to come in here and tell you guys, oh, there's aliens, look, you get me? One thing I knew is to come in here and say, look, they're claiming there's aliens. And then I even researched further to make sure I was in the know about what I was going to present to you guys. It's your duty to research what you're going to present to people, at least in my opinion.
Simple rock to a growing, moving, reactive substance, Kin's find has created a timeline that feels almost cinematic. The pace at which it is developing raises questions about what might happen if the black goo continues to grow or even escapes containment. Many of his followers worry that he is handling something dangerous, urging him in the comments to seek scientific analysis or outside help. Yet Kin continues to keep it under his own watch, sharing his findings as if he has become the sole guardian of something humanity is not ready to face. The mystery of Kin's meteorite and its black ooze has become a kind of modern legend in real time. TikTok has given him a platform to broadcast this phenomenon to the world instantly, bypassing traditional media or scientific gatekeeping. Every new clip draws tens of thousands of new viewers, all of them eager to see what the mysterious substance will do next.
See, even that right there. Remember how I told you when the ground was on fire? I didn't know if it was Kin Panama's footage. Well, that right there, I can't tell you if that's Kin Panama's footage or a different source. It would be nice to know if that was Kin Panama claiming he's seen the meteorite.
The fact that it is still ongoing only adds to the suspense. This is not an ancient relic uncovered in a book, but a living, unfolding mystery documented day by
That looks suspect.
day.
That's the pit I was telling you about that was on fire, that it looked just too perfect. You know, it looked more like they squirted some kerosene there and lit it on fire and then started recording.
The argument quickly split into three distinct camps. Some insisted that the substance must be extraterrestrial in nature, perhaps an alien organism or material that had survived its journey across space. To these viewers, the movement of the black growths appeared too deliberate, too animated, to be dismissed as a simple mineral or chemical reaction. The way it twisted into spindly forms and seemed to pulse under the light reminded many of biological organisms adapting to their surroundings. This group believed Kin had uncovered proof that life, in some form, exists beyond Earth. Others argued for a biological but terrestrial explanation. They suggested the goo could be an undiscovered fungus, mold, or even a colony of extremophiles that had taken hold of the meteorite either in space or upon landing on Earth. The idea that spores could survive the harshness of space has long been speculated in scientific circles, and Kin's meteorite, they argued, might be the first living proof. To these observers, the substance's apparent ability to grow, split, and change its form was less evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence and more a case of nature, revealing a hidden chapter of its resilience. A third group insisted the discovery was not biological at all, but technological. The black substance, in their view, had the hallmark.
You seen how he was touching it? I would not have done that. That's for certain. That's another red flag that I was like, I don't know about that. He sure is friendly with something that's supposed to be from another planet. You never seen Prometheus or it's Calvin from Life with Ryan Reynolds.
Marks of a self-replicating nanomaterial or an engineered matter unlike anything seen before. The way it expanded into branching patterns, the glossy sheen it carried, and the almost metallic shimmer when light struck it, led some to conclude that it was not alive, but built. If true, then Kin's find was not only alien, but potentially a form of technology designed for purposes humanity could not yet grasp.
When he touched it, I said he must have not seen Life. Because when the black dude puts the glove on in Life and starts to poke at Calvin, and he electrocutes him and he feeds him, he gives him glucose and everything. And I don't want to blow it up for you guys, but if you never seen Life, you should go check it out. It's good.
The uncertainty about its true nature might have remained an open-ended debate, if not for Kin's revelations about the unusual attention he began to receive. Not long after uploading his first videos showing the goo, Kin reported that strangers had tried to contact him. Some left cryptic messages, others showed up in person, asking questions and insisting that he hand over the meteorite. According to Kin, they framed their interest as concern for his safety, but the persistence of their requests only deepened suspicion. Kin, the man whose TikTok account has captivated hundreds of thousands of viewers worldwide, posted a brand new update about the alien entity he discovered inside a meteorite. The video, uploaded just 1 hour ago, shows him returning to the very site where he released the mysterious black organism into a shallow body of water. This update follows a flood of messages from worried followers, many of whom had expressed deep concern that the decision to place the entity in water may have harmed it. Kin, responding to these anxieties, went back to the scene to confirm whether or not the being had survived. What he captured stunned audiences once again, adding another remarkable chapter to what is becoming one of the most extraordinary unfolding events of our time. In the new footage, Kin carefully lowers a camera into the water, focusing on the area where the black entity was first set free. To the amazement of viewers, the creature is clearly visible, moving slowly beneath the surface. The video shows its strange, twisting limbs shifting and stretching, producing ripples that travel outward across the water's surface. Its glossy, fluid-like texture glimmers in the light, making it appear both organic and alien at the same time. This confirmation that the entity was still alive brought a wave of relief across the comment section, with countless followers expressing gratitude that Kin had returned to check on it. Many people noted that this was the clearest footage yet, since the daylight allowed for sharper detail. Observers pointed out subtle motions that seemed purposeful, as though the creature was not merely drifting, but actively exploring its environment. In the comments, dozens of viewers claimed they could see what appeared to be an eye on the being, a dark, rounded shape that briefly caught the camera's focus before vanishing again into its shifting form. For those who already believed the entity was sentient, this was confirmation. For others, the suggestion,
when he put it in the water, and that wasn't like a tank or like private, that was a pond, or it was a public body of water that he put it into. That really confused me, because remember I told you I wouldn't have even have touched it. Why would I throw it in a public body of water if it could contain something that could harm everybody? So that was another thing that I was like, I don't get that. But I'm not gonna lie, I was still intrigued. Like, I was interested, because it was to the point where people weren't even questioning whether it was real or not. They were still taking it in.
of an eye sparked a heated debate, with many replaying the footage repeatedly to scrutinize every frame. The emotional reaction to the video underscores how invested people have become in Kin's journey. When he first revealed the meteorite,
That was a public body of water. I'm not going to throw an alien. First of all, I'm not going to touch an alien. Second of all, I'm not going to throw an alien in a body of water where other people might go fishing or do whatever, because the water looked dirty. So I doubt that they drink from that water, but people might still go in there to get a fish, or I don't know. Just it being a public body of water, I would not have put the so-called alien inside the water.
Meteorite weeks ago, no one could have predicted that it would contain a living organism. Since then, the narrative has unfolded in real time, with Kin documenting each new discovery. The revelation that the black matter was capable of growth, movement, and branching structures already had people convinced that it was something otherworldly. But this latest video has
See, a lot of people bought into it. It's not to the point where Kin Panama came out and said this is fake. So there's people out there that believe still, I'm sure. And then there's people that maybe are more skeptical, but they still might believe.
deepened that conviction. Seeing the creature alive, adapting, and possibly even watching its surroundings left many convinced that Kin had not only discovered something extraterrestrial, but also something intelligent. The choice to return to the site was more than just an update. It was a way for Kin to reassure his audience that he was still committed to transparency. Over the past weeks, speculation has swirled that authorities or outside groups might attempt to silence him or confiscate the sphere and its contents. By returning to the location with his own equipment and providing raw, unedited footage, Kin demonstrated that he remained in control of the narrative. Fans praised him for his bravery, noting that if the being truly possesses the potential many suspect, then protecting and documenting it is of great importance. This latest footage also raised new scientific questions among those following the case closely. The way the creature moves underwater, with its tendril-like structures extending and contracting, suggested adaptability to different environments. Some theorized that it might require water for survival, and that Kin's decision to release it into a natural setting could have been the best possible choice. Others speculated that the being might be drawing energy directly from the water itself, perhaps absorbing minerals or using it as a medium for expansion.
They're saying that he could have been absorbing nutrients from the pond. It would make sense if it's official, but they have footage of it swimming
to its environment. Some noted that when the camera drew closer, the organism seemed to shift slightly, as if reacting to being observed. Combined with the theories about an eye, this left many feeling a strange sense of connection, as though the entity itself might be aware of being watched. The uncanny feeling sparked both awe and unease, as people grappled with the idea that humanity might now be witnessing an intelligence from beyond our world. The story of Kin's meteorite discovery has taken yet another extraordinary turn, as an official statement has now been released by the Metropolitan Natural Park. The announcement, translated from Spanish, directly addresses the claims made by Kin's viral TikTok videos, which have captivated hundreds of thousands of viewers worldwide. In these videos, Kin documented what he described as the crash of a meteorite in the area of Bunker 1002, also known as El Castillo. From the meteorite, he claimed to have released a strange, black, alien-like substance that seemed alive, growing, and even moving independently. His footage sparked international fascination, but also alarm. The new statement from the authorities categorically denies everything. According to the official release, there was no meteorite, no extraterrestrial presence, and no event of this nature in the Metropolitan Natural Park. They emphasized that the bunker is a restricted area, closed to the public, and that unauthorized entry is both unsafe and a violation of the park's regulations. Furthermore, they described Kin's videos as purely fictional, a creative narrative that has been misinterpreted as reality. They urged calm, discouraged the spread of rumors, and asked content creators not to risk their own safety or mislead others by entering restricted areas or releasing speculative content. Yet,
you seen how it moved, and now you're seeing it swim before it was still pictures.
Despite the clarity of the statement, public reaction has been anything but calm. Many who have followed Kin's story closely believe the announcement itself is evidence of a cover-up.
I'll let you know what's going on as we get towards the end of my video.
For them, the timing is too convenient. Just as Kin's videos began gaining global traction, and as discussions about the strange black substance intensified, authorities stepped in with a sweeping denial.
Please like, comment, share, subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks.
Why release such a strong statement urging people to stay away from the bunker? Theories quickly began circulating online. Some suggested that the authorities want the area clear of curious visitors so they can quietly retrieve the substance without being filmed. Others speculated that the creature Kin described might have escaped, and that officials are desperately trying to secure it before it spreads beyond containment. The restricted nature of the bunker only added fuel to the mystery. Why is this area closed to the public, and what exactly is being stored or hidden there? Kin himself has not wavered in his updates. He has continued to insist that what he discovered is real, and that the black entity was released into the wild.
Big shout out to Unexplained Mysteries too. Let me give them a thumbs up.
His claim that he has been approached by mysterious figures asking him to hand over the meteorite and its contents resonates strongly with those who already distrust official explanations.
One thing too with me was I can't find a head. I see nothing that resembles eyes, ears, nose, mouth, neck. Is just like a bunch of stringy, it looks like the Blob, like Venom. That's what they said they call it, Venom, but I don't know.
To many, the combination of Kin's warnings, his raw video evidence, and now the government's denial paints a clear picture. Something remarkable has been found.
It sure did get big from that little thing that came out the meteor.
And steps are being taken to keep it out of public view. The public response has become a global phenomenon. Online discussions are divided into camps. The extraterrestrial camp points to the way the substance moves independently, as if with intent, arguing it cannot be explained by ordinary biology.
And it looks like there's like goo coming out of it right there, like caramel colored goo.
The biological camp insists that it may be an undiscovered life form from Earth itself, perhaps carried inside the meteorite but still terrestrial in origin. The technological camp raises the possibility of it being engineered material, something far beyond current human science. No matter the theory, the central point remains the same. The substance is extraordinary, and denying its existence only strengthens the belief that its importance is being deliberately concealed.
All right.
Along with some of the clearest and most convincing footage of his creature.
All this got out of control. I did not have the proper precautions. Samples sprinkled in the world a meteorite. I do not know the whereabouts of this thing inside my pond, inside the fish tank. You know where K25 is. I made it public, and you have to be clear that it is there. If someone asks where is K25, you already know where. I let them know. Take care of yourselves. And I love you all. It has been a nice experience to interact with you, to see how K25 evolved over the days, and I really liked that you were there every day, waiting for me to upload a video. I love you very much. Take care, and hopefully someday you will see here 25.
Even though I tell you I've drawn a conclusion and other people have too, I keep reminding you, he has not said that he did anything suspect. He hasn't lied. What I'm going to tell you is what people think, and if you think it makes sense or not. I'm not saying I know he lied.
Always love to put my stories, the people putting K25 into artificial intelligence, images or drawings and videos that give me laughter and are interesting.
This is the first time you've seen Kin Panama talk, because, you know, like I just presented to you what I've watched, and this was the first time I seen him talk.
Something does not necessarily have to come from outside to destroy
Actually, it's the English dub if you see on the bottom.
the planet. If we
And a matter of fact, let me hit 25 BH with a thumbs up.
ourselves are destroying it with radiation, pollution, and unnecessary wars.
And I'm going to tell you something. Whether he is telling the truth or not, he's trying to make a point.
Well, I say goodbye. Take care of yourselves.
Wow, Kin is such a Chad, and I think what he was trying to say was that you shouldn't be in fear of some nasty-looking creature from outer space destroying this planet and going viral on TikTok, because we have already destroyed it ourselves.
Wow.
Whether that creature was a real living organism or something he created, it looks absolutely disgusting, and I pray that I never see one in real life. Because if I did, I would set it on fire and send it straight back to the depths of hell. It appears that Kin is going back to doing what he does best, enjoying life and cleaning up trash.
You know, see what I mean about the environmental point they're trying to make? And I agree. We're over here worried about something coming from outer space. Meanwhile, we're causing destruction that there's a chance aliens might not even be able to accomplish. Now, I'm going to present to you some of the theories that debunk the whole Kin Panama alien topic. All right, I read something that said the viral TikTok videos by user Kin Panama depicting a mysterious alien emerging from a meteorite in his backyard in Pedregal, Panama, has captivated millions. The footage shows a rock-like object secreting a greenish-yellow substance that darkens into a sticky black coating, leading to widespread speculation about extraterrestrial life. However, experts have debunked these claims, attributing the phenomenon to a known chemical reaction involving common materials. What's really happening? A Reddit user named High Strangeness provided a scientific explanation. The alien is likely a silicone-based polymer called PDMS, combined with hexane, a common solvent. When PDMS absorbs hexane, it swells and exhibits jerky, breathing-like motions as the solvent evaporates unevenly. This creates the illusion of a living organism. The creator's content, Kin Panama, has not explicitly admitted to fabricating the videos, but his actions suggest a creative endeavor rather than a genuine scientific discovery, possibly a part of an environmental awareness message. So they're saying he was trying to make a point, and I would not release an alien into a public park. All right. And the conclusion, right? While the videos are engaging and have sparked widespread interest, the alien is not a genuine extraterrestrial. Instead, it's a creative project involving common materials, likely intended to entertain and provoke thought rather than deceive. And that's what I meant before when I said he's trying to do something good.
Let me show you why the meteorite, or let's just say the potato that was found in Panama, it's all a hoax. So you can see right here that you got the guy recording these alien thing moving right in the table, but a lot of people don't realize that he's moving these thing with the string, right? So he turns around and turn off the lights, and he turns off the lights for a reason, because he don't want you to see the strings, right? So let's back up a little bit, and you see how is moving right here. you can see is moving right there. And when he's about to turn, these alien looking thing stops moving. It'll stop moving right there. See, it's not moving anymore. It moves right here, but then stops moving right here. Then when he turns to turn off the light, magically, the thing just starts moving again right there. It's because he's holding the string. And here you can see the string.
All right, guys. So this is the video where they say that Kin is starting to get sick from being around the extraterrestrial.
A shocking new development has just surfaced in the Kin Panama alien situation, and it's more disturbing than anything we've seen so far. Earlier this week, a video posted online, allegedly by one of Kin's close friends, shows Kin being rushed into a hospital on a gurney after having direct contact with the mysterious meteorite.
This is why I tell you that he never said that it was fake or not. Now, of course, a person who's getting money with something that's fraudulent is not going to admit that they're lying. With all fairness, he has not said that he's not telling the truth. And that's him on a hospital gurney. So apparently he's going all the way with this. I'm not going to call somebody a liar when I don't know the ins and outs of everything, even though I don't really truly believe that that's an official extraterrestrial. But like I said, until he says it, I wasn't there.
Just days later, Kin himself uploaded a TikTok video telling everyone he was all right and not to worry. But what came next left viewers stunned. Without warning, Kin flipped his camera around and showed the alien creature, floating, alive, inside a massive fish tank. When the camera turned back to Kin, his expression had changed. He stared into the lens with a wild, almost unrecognizable look in his eyes. Viewers immediately noticed something was off. His eyes seemed glossy, hollow, almost soulless. If you look closely at his left eye,
Apparently he believes. Now, they're going to mention something about Kin's eyes.
you can still see that black blemish inside his eyeball. Many believe this is how the creature managed to infiltrate him, a living parasite, quietly taking control. To many viewers, he's no longer Kin Panama anymore. He's Venom Kin.
Yo, all right. So guys, I'm glad that we could also have a laugh. I don't know if he had that little dark spot in the corner of his eye before and now. I don't know. All right, guys. So I do believe it's Hexane and PDMS. It makes sense. Apparently, somebody's witnessed something almost exactly like that before dealing with chemistry. You know, if he's trying to make a point, I'll leave it at that. You guys could draw your own conclusions. Drop a comment. It's your boy Spank Dog. Much love.